everybody. Welcome to the big weekend show. Wendy Barnett and Randy here. How are you? How was your week?
It's been good. It's been good so far. It kind of flew right on by, and I'm here. It's Saturday night.
Yes, Saturday night. Can we call this kind of SNL-ish, sort of?
Well,
start doing skits.
We're live. It's Saturday.
Hey, folks, check out that weather cam forecast at MadisonKYLive.com 24/7 and take a look at our live cams as well. I had Bob Stamper with iSafe Complete Computer Services in, and he's talking about more security information and free security assessments. So he came in the studio, Wendy, and we talked about that. And also, I've got a video montage of the Kentucky Guild of Artists and Craftsmen Fall Artist Market from today, so you're going to want to enjoy that. Down in Berea right there, they shut off some streets and had a great time right there in Brother Loghouse showroom. And, of course, Exercise with Candace.
Yes.
And we wrap up everything. Do you know what we wrap up everything with? She's new, folks. The Cain Pole Fishing Report.
The Cain Pole Fishing Report.
All of this and more coming up next. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. Thanks to our great sponsors, Madison County Emergency Management, the Madison County Library in Richmond and Berea, KYmedia.net, and the Cain Pole in Southern Hills Plaza. Hey everybody, welcome back to the big show, Saturday night, October the 14th. Welcome everyone. Welcome Wendy.
Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here. Glad that you all are here with us. Make sure that you like the video.
That's right.
Comment
Absolutely.
below that you're here, that you're watching. We'd love to hear from you.
Absolutely. Like and share and follow with your friends so you can see when we go live here on Madison County Live. We needed the rain today, so that was fantastic. So now maybe I can mow more than hay in my yard because basically that's what it is.
Oh yeah, people's lawns are turning brown in this area. It's been a while since
it's been a while.
Yeah.
I thought, what is this wet stuff? I thought it might have been tea or something. I didn't know.
I couldn't. It's been a while since I'd actually watered my flowers or anything because it's been cooler.
Oh, it has been cooler. That's true.
And
right.
so I'm glad that we have the rain. My flowers are happy too.
Absolutely. And where can you check that weather? MadisonKYLive.com. Yes, she did it. Check it anytime 24/7 and go on there and look at our live cams from around the area as well. We had some big things going on this week. I know you talked about your friend Mitch McConnell was in town.
Mitch McConnell was in town this week. He visited Richmond to help celebrate the end of the disposal of chemical munitions at the Bluegrass Army Depot. Right. So that
was a big deal.
Oh, that's a big deal.
Big
for
deal.
Sure.
Lots of folks were there, and of course, they still have residual stuff to get rid of. That'll take about another year and a half, I think they said. So it's not completely gone, but the major components are finished, but this takes a lot of cleanup.
This is a really big deal nationwide too, because
absolutely.
Madison County, Richmond was the last location in the entire United States that was housing aging chemical munitions, and so getting rid of this, this is just such a big deal.
Yep. And of course in Richmond we just celebrated EKU's big homecoming celebration all week. Eastern always had something going on last night. They had the HOCO block party last night, and of course they had the Richmond, the EKU homecoming parade. That was a lot of fun. A lot of good folks turned out for that, so that was lots of fun. Homecoming's always so fun.
It is. It is. Lots of people come out for that.
It is.
Pictures. There's pictures on tourism page.
Tourism page.
If you missed
EKU's pages. We'll throw up some pictures during the show. that while we're speaking right now, and folks from around the community. Always lots of good time. And I thought was really cool was the float that Eastern and the Ignite Academy and the city of Richmond did about the 225th birthday float. That was pretty cool. Did you see that? That was neat.
Yes, yes, it was. It was
really
cool.
Neat float. Really neat float. Security, computer security. How do you secure your computer at home? Do you just close the door and lock it?
Turn it off.
That's not what we're talking about. But I had Bob Stamper, CEO and president of iSafe Complete Security Services here in Central Kentucky, and he came on the show to talk more about securing your computer, updates, why it's important, multi-factor authentication. Let me get that out, and other things like that. So that's really important. And his company also does the free security assessments. So Bob came in the studio and gave us an update on that, which he does about every month. So watch this interview with Bob now. Hey everybody, I got Bob Stamper here with iSafe Security Complete Services. You are everything security, IT, networking, fraud. You're everything, Bob.
Well, I appreciate that, Randy. I don't know that I'm everything, but we do our best. You know, our mission is to protect our local businesses and healthcare providers and individuals from cyber criminals. They're on a rampage right now, and so we're just doing everything we can to stop it.
Education.
Exactly. And unfortunately, that a lot of is what it boils down to is making people aware of what they need to do and watch out for.
Sure, absolutely. And speaking of which, we have a very special month. Go ahead and name it.
Yeah, absolutely. October is Cybersecurity Awareness Month.
Excellent.
And so in celebration of that, we want to invite everybody to sign up for our weekly cybersecurity tips.
Yes.
And so every week you can get free email content that'll keep you up to date on new threats that you need to watch out for.
Okay.
You'll also get an email when we do a monthly blog post that's free as well.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
So all free information. So go to our website, and can we put up a QR code or something?
We sure can.
So people can sign up. There you go.
Right. Excellent. Okay. Yeah. All right. So what is the website to make sure?
So isafecomplete.com.
Okay. Good. Excellent. And I know also you've got some great reminders. So tell us about those.
So we've talked about this the last two recordings as well. And so programs. And so we want to make sure that everybody's using multi-factor authentication.
Yes.
If you're not, be sure you turn that on for all of your sites and services, particularly like email and those kind of things.
Yes, absolutely.
And of course, bank accounts. Your bank has probably already forced you to do it.
Exactly. Right. They usually have. Right. Right.
So get and use a password manager because you really should be using a complex, unique password for every site and service you use. Okay. We know that that's impossible without a password manager.
Yes.
So get one of those. LastPass, Keeper Security, 1Password. There's a bunch of them out there. Just research that and find a good one that works for you. And then when in doubt, reach out. When you get a message that you think is questionable, somebody asks you to do something or provide information, even if you know the person, but if it seems weird,
and it sounds fishy.
Reach out. Make sure that it's actually the person that's made that
So pick up the phone, give them a call, talk to them in person.
Yep, absolutely.
Fantastic. And the recent threats here, Bob, we were talking about this before we started taping. There's some new phishing techniques, and we're at the Cain Studios here right next door. We're not talking about that kind of phishing.
No, not that kind of fish. It's PHISHING. So we want you to watch out. There's a lot. Phishing accounts, by the way, for 97% of cybersecurity breaches and attacks. So usually somebody gets an email, they click on something, or a phone call, which we're going to talk about that in a minute.
Yes.
And the intent is to deceive and gather information that they can use against you to get information to set up a bank account, steal your identity, and all that stuff. So one of the new things that we're seeing is the use of PayPal. If you have a PayPal account, people can go into PayPal. Anybody can. And request information from you. They can send you an invoice, and then they can use the description that PayPal sends you to make it look like it's a message from PayPal. So the next thing we're going to tell everybody on when you're checking for phishing email, one of the first things you'll want to do is check the email address.
Check the address.
And a lot of times you'll see that change just a little bit, like it may be, Gmail with an extra I in it or an extra L or something, .com.
Right.
Something's going to be off with that in most cases, and so that's one way to identify that it is a phishing attempt. Okay. So going back to the PayPal, because they're using PayPal's platform, the email is actually going to come from PayPal.com.
Okay.
So it's very important, though, that you pay attention to where the content is laid out, and if it's suspicious, if you haven't made a PayPal purchase,
something's up. If it doesn't feel right, it probably isn't.
Yep.
Right?
So you can just ignore that and delete it. It's nothing to worry about. Again, anybody can do that, so it's not like you can stop them from doing it.
Sure.
But I have seen that used several times recently, and it's very convincing because it does come from PayPal.com. But if you look at it, it'll say usually above the content where it's like you need to call this number immediately if you didn't authorize this charge.
Sure.
Right above it or somewhere in there, it'll say the message from the user.
From the sender, right?
Yeah, not from PayPal. So
excellent. Okay.
So very tricky, very deceptive tactics. Those two things to watch out for. Check the URL for the email address. Watch out for PayPal email messages. And then the other thing that we're seeing a lot of recently, and another uptick, it seems to go in waves.
Sure.
Is the phone scams.
Yes.
And so we tell everybody, Microsoft support is not going to call you to try to fix your computer.
No, they won't try to call you.
If you're not paying whoever is calling a monthly subscription, they're not going to call you
either, right?
And if you are paying them a monthly subscription and they do call you, unless you know that support technician personally, then we recommend still hanging up and calling the number not the number they give you.
Absolutely.
But calling the number you typically would call for support to verify that it's the right company.
Absolutely. And speaking of which, I got one a couple of days ago, scam phone call from one of our finest here at the Madison County Sheriff's Office that said he was Josh Petrie, Deputy Sheriff, and I go, doesn't sound like Josh, and he's calling from Alexandria, Kentucky. Sounds odd for a legal matter. So I'm thinking, okay, I guess maybe it could, and it went to voicemail. I didn't pick it up, but I listened to it later. So I said, well, I'm just going to call this number. Well, it goes directly to voicemail. Hey, you've reached Madison County Sheriff's Office. And I go, oh, well, that's odd because they usually pick up in person.
Right.
Because, sheriff, police, first responders, it's emergency.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I thought that was odd. So please be careful on these phone scams. I don't know what they wanted me to give them, but I would like for them to call me again. That way I can answer and find out exactly.
You have a little fun with them at that point.
Absolutely.
With bad information or something. I don't know. But so typically when you call back, you would get somebody and they would ask you maybe for a social security number, address verification, those kind of things. But
that's a no.
Right. Yeah. Right. So, but when you called it back, it went to voicemail. So that's probably a good thing that interaction didn't.
And I checked the official Madison County Sheriff's Office
Facebook
page, and they had a warning up there: watch out for phone scams and emails going around.
Absolutely. So that's another great thing to do if you're suspicious to reach out to the actual company. That goes back to our number 3 reminder.
Yes.
When in doubt, reach out.
When in doubt, reach out, please. Yep. Absolutely. And you can always contact you at your office for any kind of free updates and say, hey, Bob, I got this. What do you think about it?
Yeah,
and you can tell them right off that's not true.
Absolutely. Right. Yeah, we'll help verify and consult as much as needed.
All right. And tell us about your services that you have that you offer right now. Got any specials going on?
Well, we're actually doing a free network assessment.
Oh, okay.
Right. Yeah, free network assessment through the month of October.
Okay.
It's valued at $2,500. It's a company partner of ours called Galactic Scan that actually does it.
Okay.
We do like a 10-minute interview.
Okay.
And we send some links over. There's a couple of tools that'll do some scanning
Oh,
on the network.
Nice. Okay, cool.
And then we'll schedule a time 2 or 3 days later to do a readout of that report. Now, we do limit that to 2 businesses.
Sure, absolutely. Business only.
Yeah.
Right.
So it is businesses only.
Okay.
But it's a great tool to get some outside input on the security of the network and look for any holes that you have. They do perform a little bit of a penetration test.
Sure.
To find any gaps in the network and security.
Okay.
And there's no obligation to buy anything from us.
Okay.
But either way, it's great information. Even if you have your own in-house IT department, we highly recommend taking advantage of it because they're allowing us to do this as a free service.
Sure, absolutely. Right. Okay, fantastic. For more information, where should everybody go?
iSafeComplete.com. And if you want to get a hold of us immediately, you can call our office number at 859-200-0428.
All right. Bob, thanks for coming in.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Randy.
Watch for those fishing expeditions, folks. If in doubt, reach out.
That's right.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for watching.
Thank you.
Thanks to our great sponsors, Madison County Emergency Management, the Madison County Library in Richmond and Berea, kymedia.net, and the Cain Pole in Southern Hills Plaza. Thanks for Bob coming in the studio. iSafeComplete.com is the website you need to go to. Shoot the QR codes that I had up during the package, and you can get those free assessments. So that's really cool. He's got free tools and consultations. You can just call him, and he can come inspect your system, do those network checks for you. And I think this month they're free. Ooh. So take advantage of that, because everything's done on a computer.
Yeah.
I mean, it's sad. I wish we still passed notes back and forth. You like
it? It's on a typewriter, you know.
I know. Ding, ding. So check it out. Something else I did today. We went down to the Kentucky Guild of Artists and Craftsmen.
Yes.
Fall Artist Market in Berea. Great turnout after the rain. Lots of great stuff. I hope a lot of folks did their Christmas shopping down there. So we went down there, and take a look at this video montage at the Berea Fall Artist Market. Thanks to our great sponsors, Madison County Emergency Management, the Madison County Library in Richmond and Berea, kymedia.net, and the Cain Pole in Southern Hills Plaza.
Really lucky. I was trying to buy a scalper ticket when Picasso's retrospective came to New York when they sent the painting.
I've always made wood, but I was an insect physiologist at UK for 36 years, so I am a legitimate bug doc. When I retired, we moved to North Carolina, and my wife and I spent 10, 11 years building churches, teen challenge facilities. I've probably had a hammer on 125 habitat houses.
Wow.
Because and I ran the vinyl crew for the last 3 years, I guess. But I started making these boxes 18, 19, 20 years ago. And over the course of time, people ask questions about, have you made this or have you made that? Or I get requests to make certain things, and then that becomes part of my inventory often. Other things are not, I don't have, simply because they're custom pieces that have just been made for somebody. And I guess more recently I've been making wire-haired fox terriers because a lady bought one and she put it on something or another, and then I got requests for more wire-haired fox terriers, and every one has different color patterns, so I make them custom for let's see, Archie went to West Virginia here maybe a month and a half ago. I forget the name of the dog that went to Colorado, and thanks to the lady someplace in northern Kentucky, I don't recall her name now either. Anyhow, so those are the things that I do.
Oh, very nice. They're sort of like your kids.
They're like my kids. Yes. Well, I have 3 kids and 9 great grandkids. Well, I have 3 kids, 5 grandkids, 9 great grandkids.
Wow.
So the grandkids get some. Well, yeah. As a matter of fact, some of the things I've made for the great grandkids I don't have here because they're just special for their particular interests.
Sure.
So
well, thank you for talking to us today.
You're most welcome.
Fantastic. These are some really
really nice works of art. Very, very nice.
If only we could figure out how to use it.
How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Doing good, doing good.
Good to see you as well.
You too. Yeah, it's not often I recognize you. Enjoy. I hope you have I've got a hummingbird at home, so maybe I'll find one of them. No, I've seen that. I can pull that off. I'm surprised I didn't.
Precise. It took about 2.5 weeks, but the thing is you can't work non-stop when you're doing this.
Right.
But I mean, it takes 4 or 5 hours.
I like your name, Log Dog.
Log Dog?
Is that your dog, eh?
That was his.
Yep, that's my buddy.
Oh man, I just lost my buddy about 3-4 months ago.
We lost him last year.
Yeah.
I'm still like,
Me too.
we've had a lot of long discussions.
My husband and I
A lot
had
of
too.
therapy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
So are the lights battery operated?
Well, these actually all plug in the wall, but I've just developed a battery system on this one, where if I unplug it, ta-da!
Very cool.
It's fully rechargeable. It lasts right now for 48 hours, and
then you have to charge it.
and then you have to charge it back up. So it's
On a free train leaving town, but not knowing where I'm bound. No one could change my mind, but Mama tried. One and only rebel child to a family big and mild. My mama seemed to know one thing in school. Despite all my son had learned, towards the bad I kept on turning until Mama couldn't hold me anymore. So I turned 21 in prison, doing life without parole. No one could steal me right, but Mama tried to raise me better, put her clean eye to night. That leaves only me to blame, 'cause Mama tried. shoes. Working hours without rest, wanted me to have the best. She tried to raise me right, but I refused. I turned 21 in prison, doing life without parole. No one could steal it right, but Mama tried to raise me better. But her pleading eye to night, that leaves only me to blame, 'cause Mama tried. So I turned 21 in prison, doing life without parole. No one could steal it right, but Mama tried to raise me better. But her pleading eye to night, that leaves only me to blame, 'cause Mama tried. That leaves only me to blame, 'cause Mama tried. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks to our great sponsors, Madison County Emergency Management, the Madison County Library in Richmond and Berea, KYmedia.net, and the Cain Pole in Southern Hills Plaza. The Kentucky Guild of Artists and Craftsmen, they always have such great folks doing the art.
Oh yeah,
don't they?
do.
I mean, it's a juried fair, so you get top quality, major stuff there.
Top quality,
Yeah.
just a wide variety. There is something for everyone
That's right.
at these art fairs, and it's just so fascinating to see all the
sure.
creativity.
Oh, no. Isn't it, though?
Yes.
It's amazing. I didn't get any of that talent. I know you got some talent.
Well, thanks. You just weren't at the front of the you were in the front of the line somewhere else when they were handing out.
That's
talents.
true. I probably went to the potty, took a potty break. I tell you what, you can't take a potty break with is exercise with Candace. She has this week's exercise with Candace. Watch Candace now. Thanks to our great sponsors, Madison County Emergency Management, the Madison County Library in Richmond and Berea, KYmedia.net, and the Cain Pole in Southern Hills Plaza.
Hey y'all, it is October, which means it's Squat-tober. So let's get this exercise started. Exercise with Candace, here we go. So, you can do the warm-up like normal, and then right after that, we're going to get into some squats. I'm on a dog beach in Florida. We're just doing regular squats, shoulders back. You got this. Gonna keep it up. Keep on pushing. All right, 5 more. 1, push through. 2, and 3, 4, and 5. Awesome. Go be great. Push through things that are hard. Be excellent to each other. Have a great one, y'all.
Thanks to our great sponsors, Madison County Emergency Management, the Madison County Library in Richmond and Berea, KYmedia.net, and the Cain Pole in Southern Hills Plaza. Thanks to Candace Young, the top PE educator in the country, I think. That's what I'm going to say. Absolutely. Right here in the country. It is right here on Madison County Live. Make sure you check out our playlist. It's on YouTube, and of course, the playlist is there. And the playlist is there, so you can always go and watch her complete playlist right there at YouTube.
That's right. So, if you want to just watch just the exercise videos, they're right there.
Absolutely. And please consult your physician before you do start any kind of strenuous exercise program.
Yeah, and the great thing about exercising with Candace is it's not super strenuous. It's just movements.
That's right.
And you're just making movements, and that's the best thing that you can do for your body.
That's
especially
sitting
in front of a computer all day, like most of us all do, and getting up just for a few minutes at a time and doing that movement.
Get up and walk at least 20 minutes a day.
Yeah.
I mean, at least 20 minutes hard walking is what I suggest. So. And don't say it's your computer. I know you say it's your computer.
I have to set an alarm on my phone to remind myself about every 20 minutes.
Get up and walk around.
Move around. I will get hyper-focused into what I'm doing and then
I do the same thing.
And then do you ever like stand up and you're like, oh,
I do the same thing. Sometimes I do editing at home and around lunchtime. And then it's like, oh, shoot.
Where did all the hours have gone?
And I've been focused into the project, and I thought, oh man, and you get stiff.
Yeah.
So that's very important. Very important. Folks, thanks for watching this Saturday edition of Madison County Live right here in Madison County, October the 14th. And of course, we're going to finish up everything with the Cain Pole Fishing Report. And what does everybody say?
Everybody says, be kind and be nice.
Treat others how you want to be treated. Check on your neighbor because they just might need it. She'll get it. She promises.
I promise.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you Monday night.
Thanks to our great sponsors, Madison County Emergency Management, the Madison County Library in Richmond and Berea, KYmedia.net, and the Cain Pole in Southern Hills Plaza.
The weekly Kentucky Fish and Wildlife Fishing Report, brought to you by the Cain Pole in Southern Hills Plaza.
This is Jeff Crosby with the Central District Fishing Report. Water temperatures at our area lakes are running in the upper 60s. Bass fishing has been a little sporadic over the last couple of weeks. Consider Taylorsville, Harrington, Gist, and Kincaid lakes for your next bass fishing trip. Crankbaits, spinner baits, swim baits can be productive this time of year when fished along main lake banks and points entering into creeks and coves. Additionally, soft plastics are productive when fished around woody structure or shoreline aquatic vegetation. Quality crappie are being caught at Taylorsville, Beaver, Elmer, and Bolts lakes. Crappie are being caught on live minnows and crappie jigs. Fish your lures in about 6 to 10 feet of water, concentrating your efforts at the ends of large fallen trees or any sunken brush piles. You can check out the department's website for locations of fish habitat for many of these lakes. It's also a good time of year to get out and catch a few channel catfish at many of our department-owned lakes. Fish are being caught in coves in about 4 to 8 feet of water. You'll want to fish with night crawlers or chicken livers or any commercially bought catfish bait from your local department store for catching a few fish at many of our department lakes. Good catches of panfish, bluegill, and shellcracker are also being taken at several of our department-owned lakes such as Beaver, Corinth, Elmer, and McNeely lakes. Bluegill and shellcracker are being caught on a variety of baits such as crickets, mealworms, and redworms. And again, concentrate your efforts in pockets where there's some vegetation and fish the edge of that vegetation. So grab a pole, enjoy some great fall fishing, and I hope to see you on the water.
This is Adam Martin with your Western District Fishing Report. Here at Kentucky and Barkley Lakes, water temps are around 72 degrees and dropping. We've been electrofishing all week, and I can tell you the bass are moving shallower each day. They're pretty tight on any wooden cover and the outside edges of docks, particularly on banks with close access to deep water. Riprap shorelines are also holding a lot of keepers right now. Crankbaits, shad wraps, jigs, they should all work if you can get the lure in the right places. The shad are shallow as well, and we're starting to pick up a few crappie on the banks. Most of the shad are gizzard shad this year, and they're about 1.5 inches long right now, so you can match that pretty easily. Most crappie are 8 to 15 feet deep right now, and it's worth checking out the deeper stake beds for both crappie and bass. The weather is perfect and the water is clear, so get out there and catch a few before you break out the hunting gear. As always, if you decide to get on the water, always remember to wear your life jackets and kill switches. Good luck.
This is Caleb Bentley with the Kentucky Stocking Report. Muskie were stocked in Barren River, Green River, Drake's Creek, Cave Run Lake, Buckhorn Lake, Dewey Lake, and Green River Lake. Good luck fishing and stay safe.
Alert FM is your new device for in-home emergency alerts, provided by Madison County Emergency Management Agency and the Chemical Stockpile Emergency Preparedness Program, or CSEP. This device will alert you to chemical emergencies at the Bluegrass Army Depot, as well as severe weather impacting Madison County, Kentucky. These devices should stay with the home or business they were shipped to, because they will only work in the zone they are programmed for. Wondering about your old Advisor Alert radio? We will properly recycle these old units. Simply drop yours off to a recycling container at one of these locations. Madison County Emergency Operations Center, Madison County Road Department North, Madison County Road Department South, or Berea Utilities. If you need further assistance or have questions about Alert FM, please contact Madison County EMA CSEP. Madison County EMA CSEP, your partner in preparedness.
Things that folks need: food, shelter, clothing, medical care, transportation, and more. That's where the GoDirectory.info website comes in. Community agencies and churches are providing services that folks need across Madison and Estill counties, including Richmond, Berea, and Irvin, while bringing everyone together for the common good. Visit GoDirectory.info now and see how you or your agency and organization can make our community stronger by combining all of our individual strengths into one solid, purpose-driven mission.
Good news, weather, sports, events, cooking, music, and more right here on your Madison County Weather Channel. Watch at MadisonKYLive.com, YouTube, Facebook, and Roku. Visit MadisonKYLive.com 24/7 and watch good news, local weather forecasts, daily sports updates, and upcoming events 24/7. Madison County Live. It's good news.